Another day, another video. That's what I like to say. I've got a little bit more painting to do. Get back in my little $10 overalls, my painter overalls that I got at Home Depot. I don't know why, for some reason I prefer Home Depot over Lowe's. But lots of times, or sometimes, if Home Depot doesn't have a certain thing, I'll go over to Lowe's. So, you know, maybe you don't have either one of those around. You can go somewhere else, and hopefully you'll be able to get something like these overalls. And let's see here. Just put my shirt on again because I don't want to get any paint on my head. I've got a crummy baseball hat, but I don't want to get paint on it. So I just wrap this on here. It's just my t-shirt, and I got my t-shirt inside out. So if I do spill paint on it, it'll be on the inside, and hopefully I can get it washed properly, and the paint will come off. As long as you wash it that same day, it should be fine, or within a couple days. I'm ready to finish my painting. Now it's time to get down, back down in the pit. What are you waiting for? Come on! Yeah, this is the next day. I didn't get done painting yesterday. I put the rest of the construction adhesive on, and you can see obviously where I've done it. Okay, and I checked out everything. And now I've got to finish painting. I've only got one coat of paint on here, and I told myself I'm going to put a second coat on there because I want it to look just as good as this over here. That's 2 coats. And the second coat doesn't take as long because you've already saturated it with the first coat, right? See, I even put that construction adhesive in here because those were kind of holes that had marks in there. They had a slight little bit of water damage in there. All the nails were all rusty and stuff. So I wanted to prevent it from getting any worse. And I've decided to leave this 2x6 in here so that this whole column's not going to fall down. I have to rebuild that thing, remember? The only way it's holding itself up right now is just by the stucco itself on 3 sides, plus that plywood there. I left that because that was still pretty much intact, that back piece. Everything else in there was corroded. You saw all the stuff that I pulled out of there. It was ridiculous. And you know, if you haven't watched those videos, check that out preceding this one. I'm making a whole video series, but I may be titling certain aspects of the project differently, so you'll just have to look on my channel for that, okay? So, alright. Now, all I got to do is finish my painting. I've got my paint stuff here. I've got my extension pole here. And my paint I left down here. Make sure if you leave your paint outside, you don't get it so that it's right in the intense sun or anything while it's being stored or anything. Okay, and I'm still going to use just my painter's tray. That's with the plastic insert. Okay, I'm just going to reuse that. No sense in cleaning that out any better than that, rinsing it out. I didn't have to rinse it out. I usually don't like doing that because I don't like putting any more paint down a sink drain that I have to. You know, I still do. when I wash out a little paintbrush or a roller or something. But for something like this, I just let it dry and then I put more paint in it. And then I can peel it out after 5 or 6 times that I've done that. Okay? Alright, enough of that. I've got to finish this job. Hey, just before I get going, one quick thing. Give yourself some incentives along the way. If you got a long drawn out project, something like this, give yourself different little rewards, let's say. Okay, I have not eaten breakfast yet. Mommy's out exercising. I could have eaten real quick before I came down here, but I thought, you know what, I only have 2 hours or so of painting left to do. And after that, we're going to go out to breakfast, and that's just going to be my little reward for finishing this out. Okay, so do certain things like that to keep your job flowing and interesting. Now here's my paint tray that I used yesterday, and it was just the plastic insert, so my paint tray is brand spanking new. And see, I have another plastic liner, but I'm not going to use it. Yesterday when I got all done, I poured this back, any little remnants, I poured it back into the 1 gallon container, and then I took my paintbrush and I got most of it out and put it in to the paint can, and then I just took the paintbrush back and forth and made this all lined up evenly, and I just let it dry. Now today, do I have to throw this away? Heck no, forget that. I'm not throwing that away. I'm putting the paint right directly in here, and then like I say, 3 or 4 times I can do that, or more, and then this builds up, and then I can take it and peel it all up pretty much in one go. That depends on what kind of paint. I mean, if you got flat paint, it's not going to work as well as like semi-gloss, latex enamel, gloss, satin finish, eggshell finish, something like that. Then you can take it and you just peel it up, scrape out little bits, and then you can use it again and again and again and again. And that's how I save on that. And then after a while, then I can decide to throw this away. And incidentally, I bought one of these. I bought a white one at the store, and it was 98 cents, one of these little ones. But if you buy them in bulk, see if you can buy them 10. A 10 pack was like the equivalent of 60 cents each. Well, I didn't need a 10 pack, and I thought, just get one. I know I've got the 2 clear plastic ones, but I'll get the other one too just in case I need it. And so I got it, and that was $1. But if I got them in a 10 pack, 60 cents each. Okay? Yes, I always like to look at the store and try to get things in bulk, especially if you're going to use it. If you're going to use it, not necessarily right on this particular project, but if you know you're going to use it in the near future, buy things in bulk. Yeah, buy things in bulk. I bought these in bulk. I got 6 pairs of these for like $5 or $6. It was ridiculous. I don't really like orange, and these were brand new before I started this project, but they're working fine. And they cost me about $1.25 or so a pair. You buy 1 pair, and depending what kind of pair you can get, I've seen them as much as $15 for a pair. So look for the cheap ones. They're about $4.99, $5.99 or something. But then look for a 6-pack or a 5-pack or 3-pack, and you'll be surprised at how much you'll save. Yesterday when I got done painting, this stuff had paint all over it. So I just took a little plastic bag that I saved from the grocery store, and I put everything inside the bag, and then I twisted this around and around on my my paint stick, my broom handle, and then I took it out there and rinsed it out. Most of this is still dry. There's a little bit of it that's still damp, but I'm going to use this again. Just be real careful, especially when you're using a plastic bag like this. The stuff on the inside's not going to dry if the plastic is pushed together. And that's what I like to do. Like, if it's at break time or something, I'll take my mini roller and I'll just take a plastic bag or a piece of plastic and I'll wrap it around here and roll it and roll it and roll it, and then I kind of press it on there tight, and then when I get done at lunch I can come back, pull it out, and this won't dry out. Same thing with my paintbrush. You just take it and wrap it like that and make sure the air is out of it, and you can leave that all day for 2 or 3 hours, and then come back, unroll that, and voila, get ready to paint again. That way you don't have to rinse these out so often. Okay? There's your tip for the day. Whew. Glad that's over with.